We're taking a look at the brand new Kylo Ren Micro Galaxy Squadron ship. Let's take a look. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Collector's Outpost. I am John. Today we're taking a look at the Micro Galaxy Squadron Kylo Ren TIE Silencer. I've been very much into collecting ships these days, and Micro Galaxy Squadron makes some fantastic ships to collect. They're highly detailed and honestly look great in my collection, and I think maybe at this point I might have too many. You know, again, I'm in this point of my collecting life where I don't really know where to put anything anymore, and unfortunately these ships don't really come with any stands or anything, so they're a little hard to display, and a lot of times I've got to go to a third party somewhere on Etsy and figure out my own stand situation. So just taking a quick look here at the box, we have the Micro Galaxy Squadron here, 8+, so I guess I'm allowed to play with this thing. Kylo Ren TIE Silencer number 0172, and on the side over here this is a Series 8. Down over here we can see a little mini Kylo and all the parts that we're gonna have to put together. So we're gonna have to put together the front of the wings. All of the Micro Galaxy Squadron pretty much have snap together parts, keeps the boxes and everything a lot smaller. So usually you have to attach wings and everything. And right here on the back we have some basic outlines and details. And again, it shows you where to snap the wings on, and it also has a cockpit that we'll take a look at. And down here at the bottom they have images of more that are in this collection. All right, well, let's break on into this thing and see what we got here. Usually it's a battle for me to get everything out of the plastics. All right, let's start with little Kylo. All right, and here we have mini Kylo, and all of these figures, they're only about an inch or so tall, give or take. You can see his lightsaber hanging from his belt on the side. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm seeing a little indication of some paint maybe where his helmet is. It's really, really hard to see. And the problem is I'm not sure if I'm seeing paint or if I'm just seeing reflections. So that's a little bit of a problem for me. We do have some basic articulation in the arms and in the legs to, get him to sit inside the ship. So our ship is actually strapped in. We have some extra wing parts that we have to snap together, and we have to cut everything out. So let's get this guy going. The battle is real, my friends. It's always a battle of trying to figure out how to get everything out of here. Don't pull it too hard. Oh, look, this rubber band is actually going around the wings. I would have snapped that right off. So we have some bands around the wings that have to get cut. You know what? Let's just cut this thing out. All right, so this one is around the wing, so let's give this a cut. All right, so that should have set that free. Ah, perfect. See, if I didn't see that, I would have pulled this way too hard and just snapped this. And we got to do it with the top one too here. All right. And let's grab the wing at the bottom there. Perfect. All right, so as always, we do have to snap our wings together, and I just want to make sure that these are completely identical. I don't think there's a difference between left or right. Oh, actually, right here. I don't know if you can see that right there. There's an R for the right, and this one has a left. Okay, so actually, here's the question. Is this the right, or is this the right? You know what I mean? So it really depends on what direction I guess you're looking at it. All right, well, you know what? So, I mean, I'm gonna assume it's facing the front is right, because, if you think about it, depending on the direction you hold this thing, which way is right? So if I have it this way, this is my right, but if I have it this way, this is my right. I'm trying to see if there's any label anywhere on here that says right. But I'm going to assume that if I'm looking direct at it at the front of the ship, this side is the right side, I think. I mean, they're perfectly identical. I don't understand what the difference would be. Wow, that's tough. All right, there we go. All right. Okay, and it took a little bit of a push, but it got in there. And let's grab this here and put this on the left side. All right, get that all snapped in. So this bottom piece here doesn't seem to be really sitting flush. I don't know. These guys are all a little wonky. I might have to take a heat gun or a hairdryer or something and kind of remold this a little bit. All right, so you can access the cockpit over here. You should be able to just lift that right on up, and we can pop little old Kylo in there, which is where he'll live forever. His hands are like way up in the air. Looks like he's on a roller coaster ride. Hold on, Mr. Kylo. And close you in there, and that's where you'll live till the end of time. Now, again, with these ships from Micro Squadron, they don't come with stands or anything, so I don't know what to do with this outside of go on Etsy and see if anybody makes some sort of stand of some kind, or maybe I can just find an old stand or something that I have laying around that I can kind of maybe modify in some way to, you know, kind of just get this thing to stand up a little bit. But it definitely needs something to kind of grab onto the back so you can kind of position this in like a flight pose or something. And I'm probably gonna have to put a little bit of glue in here if I want this wing to sit a little bit more proper in there. And you know, it's funny, I was actually just watching the first 3 episodes of Andor, and that ship, that TIE fighter he's in, kind of looks a lot like this one. I mean, it's very different, but it kind of has this feel to it, you know? So I'm wondering, you know, is that like the beginnings? Was that like a prototype of, that was like maybe the first version of this ship? Because it did have this kind of feel to it. Now, let me just give you a couple basic measurements from the end of the wing to the front. We're looking at 7.5 inches. The section in the middle looks about 3.5 inches. And from top to bottom, we're kind of about 2 inches, I would say. Well, I do think that's about it. It is a very basic ship. It doesn't have any weathering or anything on it. I might go back and add a little bit, maybe a little bit of a black wash or something at some point, maybe. I'm not sure, but a little black wash in here, maybe some silver dry brushing around certain areas would bring this a little bit more to life, bring out some of the details and stuff like that. Drop on down below and let me know what you think of the Kylo Ren Micro Galaxy Squadron ship. And while you're down there, do hit the like, subscribe, and notification button for upcoming videos. I have some more ships, and I have a few Hot Toys 6-scale figures on the way, and I have a ton of lightsabers on the way, including a new Kylo Ren Xeno V3 lightsaber that comes directly from the factory, weathered up. All right, I will see you all on the next video, my friends. Be safe and kind out there in the world. See ya.